We got connected to KCM through our pastors, Bill and Cindy Krause. It just gave us a very strong example of how to not just follow God and develop a strong faith, but also to know His voice, to know that He's real, and to know that He really works. We're extremely privileged, myself and my team, to serve young people and their families, our educational system here in California and nationally now, through arts, media, and entertainment. We started out as just like a small dance studio, and then once we started getting FaceTime with our kids, I know it became very clear that they needed more than just a dance class. So we would learn things about our families, we would learn things about our communities. So our company evolved from just offering dance classes to offering social services through the arts. We have so many young people where we've become a net. And, they fall, we bounce them back up. We have so many young people who's given their lives to the Lord and are serving in the ministry and are doing for other young people what, we did for them. So the ripple effect through dance and arts and media and entertainment was monumental before COVID, but it's exploded since. We went from serving 7,000 young people and their families locally to 192,000 nationwide. It's amazing what happens when you give people an opportunity to see that life for them can be bigger and can exist for them outside of their 5 or 10 mile radius. So we just went about helping them and develop hope in who they could become. And sometimes when all you see is, the challenge that's going on around you all the time, you don't have a ton of option but to repeat it. And our kids didn't want that. So we just kept giving them experiences. And like I said, the Holy Spirit is so innovative and so creative. He would gift us these ideas and He would tell us things to say and things to do that would take even the most challenged kid and transform them into a leader, bringing the masses along with them. So just Him gifting us the ability to identify, okay, there's your change agent right there, and then giving them transformative experiences and then letting that ripple happen. I mean, I can't even count how many times that's unfolded in a community. So it's not just the kids that are transformed, it's their families, and then the families transform the community. So now we're having not an individual impact, but a communal impact statewide. What happened for us in this last handful of years, He was doing this stuff for me when I started my walk with Him. So He would show Himself faithful over and over again. And my goal, anybody's goal if you're developing a strong faith life is you want to learn to obey the Lord, because it's a setup for something or for someone who you just never know who's on the brink. And we had so many people during this last stretch take their own lives. And it's not the people that you think, it's the people that look like they have everything going on. So you never know what your step of obedience is going to be life or death in somebody else's life. So whenever He commissions me to do something, it's always my practice to fight really hard to be obedient, because I know that lives depend on that. Be very sensitive to the voice of God and be quick to obey. So once you have Him invade your life in that way, and you go from a welfare mama living in a hotel praying over her gas tank just so she could find a job, to being able to service hundreds of thousands, and then miracle stories of healing, not one, not twice. I mean, again and again and again, He's showing Himself. I think when He does that kind of transformation in one person's life, I think that it makes people stand up and take notice, not the great T, but the great He that's in me.